Hello everyone, my name is Jennifer Yera and I chose the topic of fallacy of approval for this assignment. So the fallacy of approval is a belief that it is crucial more than it is desirable to have someone else's acceptance. Those who endorse this idea are desperate to gain the acceptance to the extent where they're giving up their happiness, and sometimes they're throwing out their values and their morals out the window too. Sometimes we feel emotions like anger, anxiousness, fear, embarrassment if we are disapproved by people that we don't like. Feelings of this embarrassment usually rise when we're pretending or behaving in a natural way just to get that approval. This fallacy is irrational because it implies that if we go out of our way to pretend, we will gain that respect and be liked. In this textbook, for instance, on page 248, we are given an example of what a fallacious way to look or to seek for approval looks like versus the rational way of self-talking looks like. So for instance, the text says, consider how self-talk is rooted on the fallacy of approval and how realistic alternatives can lead to more felicitative emotions. So the fallacious approval seeking version may look like, if I speak up about racist jokes, they probably will think I'm hung up on political correctness. The rational version of this is, I hope they don't think I'm overly PC, meaning overly about political correctness, but I'd rather speak up than compromise my beliefs. Another example in this topic, outside of what the textbook has given us, is that people usually fall into having a fixed mindset and not growing their mindset. Therefore, they usually lack belief in themselves. People with this fixed mindset usually have experienced success in obtaining approval in something that they have said or done that has not been very genuine, but they stick to it because it works. It is ultimately reinforcing false beliefs about themselves and their fixed mindedness, and in other words, they're closed minded. So when so then they seek trying out so when they seek trying out something completely new and it doesn't go the way they thought and they fail, it is common for them to say things like, I knew I wasn't fit for this. And usually feelings of embarrassment rise because they're trying this activity for the first time and they are so used to getting the approval of others by succeeding in something, and when they don't, of course they're gonna feel embarrassed. So all in all, what I have learned in this section, and going into further research into the fallacy of approval, is that if you really have to give up your core values and your needs for the acceptance of others, I think the price is too high.